Oh, we don't have the cord going to the camera.
Oh, shit.
And then...
What's up? On the show this week, we've got 2016 continues its reign of terror, comic book, TV, and movie news, Star Wars predictions, Green Lantern goodness, and you don't want to make Alan angry.
Hey,
Talk about the Hulk.
it's Valentine's Day, and as predicted in Ghostbusters 2, this should be the last day of planet Earth. Bummer.
I'm Bert.
I'm Alan.
I'm Jeff.
We are the Geekyest. Thank you for coming back for another week. Going to start off with some news as, like I said, 2016 is continuing its reign of terror. Sometime, I believe this was last week, where it was Disney Pixar screenwriter Daniel Gershon. I'm not really sure how to pronounce his last name.
Gershon sounds fancier.
Gershon.
Sherbert.
He was the man behind Monsters, Inc., Monsters University, Big Hero 6, and Cars 3. Cars 3 hadn't come out yet, but he had a big hand in that.
What happened to him?
He died.
Oh, see, we didn't get there yet in that sentence. Let me see a picture real quick.
Bald-headed, maybe 45.
Nah.
He was a screenwriter. He wrote the scripts and the treatments for a lot of really good Disney Pixar stuff.
Okay. I was thinking about the director for a minute.
Oh, no,
Not the same guy.
Not the same guy.
Still a bummer.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's the one that brought a lot of the feels to those movies. And I think just yesterday, Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia passed away at 79.
Yep.
Big shakeup for the
huge.
Supreme Court. He was the longest serving member that they had on the court, and one of the biggest conservative stalwarts on there.
It's huge.
And as of right now,
Huge.
unless the Senate blocks it, Obama's going to be naming his successor.
Oh. How about that? Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
God. And actually, that's pretty good because that's only 2 deaths that I have for this week.
Just wait till we get home and turn the computers on.
George R. Martin's
George Railroad Martin.
week.
That bastard.
Who's up next?
Hey, I got something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agent Carter, which has been pretty solid. It's been a pretty solid television show. I don't know if you guys have kept up with it at all.
No, it's on the to-do list.
That one is probably going to get canceled.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Kind of a bummer. She is
Just because she got cast in a lead role in some other show.
Yeah, some kind of like
Is it on ABC?
crime procedural ABC
As well?
Yeah, lawyer type of show.
Was it getting canceled, or are they just not doing a 3rd season?
There's no
I think it's getting well. They're talking about it getting canceled. There's a possibility she might be able to do both of the shows.
yeah.
Oh, that's a lot.
But
That's just the main thing about it is she's taking that lead role in the new show.
yeah,
But it's still the show might not even happen. You know, it's a pilot
right.
kind
Yeah,
of
it might not
thing,
even be
so
picked
it
up.
might not even picked up. So
Yeah.
Which on
If
one
she-
hand, I want her to get more work, but on the other hand, I want more Agent Carter.
Yeah, that show's really good. Yeah, I mean it's a solid show.
Did her character's name the exact same name?
Do what?
Isn't it Carter? Something Carter. The character she's playing.
I didn't read it.
The character she's playing in the new show, her name's Carter as well.
Like Get Carter? Playing Sylvester Stallone's.
No, it's her Agent Carter
I know.
and her character
That was a bad joke.
Carter.
I know.
All right, who's up next?
We got a Star Trek. We got some Star Trek news.
Yeah. Finally.
So I don't know. You already know this probably. The new Star Trek show. They have they've announced the showrunner, the man in charge.
Who?
It's gonna be Brian Fuller, who has well adept in Star Trek already. He had his hands in. What was he? Was he in charge of it?
I think
Or he wrote some. I know, for Deep Space Nine and Voyager.
yeah.
Oh, really?
He was
Yeah.
a writer for.
And he's the responsible for Hannibal and Pushing Daisies as well.
Pushing Daisies was the other one that I couldn't think of.
Dude's got some chops, and he already knows what's going down in Star Trek land. So that's pretty cool.
Pushing Daisies was a really good show. I've seen a couple episodes. I haven't seen Hannibal, but from everything that I've heard, Hannibal is top notch.
I want to know what's going on with. I keep seeing that fucking pop figure. What the hell is that? Wendigo?
The Wendigo, the black one
Yeah.
with the antlers.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
I have no idea.
From what?
From Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Oh.
It's like some kind of weird black leather monster, man.
I didn't even know they had pops. So
Yeah, they got a fuck ton of them.
that's pretty exciting. Well,
Oh yeah.
we get we get some new Star Trek news, which is cool. And they said the show is scheduled at sometime next year that we'll get to watch it.
It's in the future. In more TV news, Preacher is adding Jackie Earle Haley in a villain role, and he's going to play Odin.
Thor Odin's son.
Yes. They're actually doing a crossover with Marvel and Preacher, and they're going to bring the two universes together.
He's reprising, taking over for Sir Anthony Hopkins, and
Oh, he's Odin Quincannon.
Which I've read a pretty good bit of Preacher. I had to look that character up. I guess I had forgot about him.
I don't know jack shit.
Apparently he does really fucked up things with meat.
Yeah. I was not expecting that to go that way.
You just think twice about eating some deli hamburger from now on.
And more TV stuff. There might be a Titanfall TV series in development.
Yep.
Based on the
game.
video game.
They announced that it's going to have like single player this time around.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be multi-platform, not just Xbox exclusive.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That'll be cool.
I'm unfamiliar.
It's one of the launch games for the Xbox One. It was just online multiplayer, but you can get like in mech suits and stuff.
And it was made by the guys who did the old Call of Duty games.
Okay.
It was Infinity Ward. Whenever they got fired from Infinity Ward, the two main guys, they went and made this new studio called Respawn, and this was their first big comeback game.
It's supposed to be very, very fun.
Yeah, I heard good things.
Like as far as the way the mechanics and the way the game plays.
I would.
But the thing it didn't have was like really like a story. It was really just straight up just a multiplayer game.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep burning through some of this TV stuff, try to get it out of the way.
Go
Some of the
ahead.
smaller stuff. Master of None season 2 is
Yeah,
coming
buddy.
in 2017.
Very
If
excited.
you have not watched Master of None, it is phenomenal.
Very
It's
hilarious.
just a really, really good TV show. Hilarious. It's got brevity to it. It's just really, really good. So if you have not watched Master of None, do yourself a favor and watch it. You can blast through it pretty quick because I
Yeah,
watched the
what-
entire season in one day.
Yeah, it was like 6 8 episodes, something like
It
that.
was eight or 10 maybe.
Yeah. It's only on Netflix. It's a Netflix show
Mm.
with Aziz Ansari.
Aziz.
Aziz.
The old South Carolina native,
Yep.
right down the road in good old Bennettsville. I think his dad still practices in Bennettsville.
What's he
Yeah, hold
practicing? All right, I'm moving along.
Was there a joke there?
It was a really, really terrible one.
Oh, okay.
That was the point.
Oh, dude,
That's the theme of the day is terrible
your
jokes.
your T-shirt reminded me. Have you seen like the
Oh, the still for
Yeah.
Ultron?
yeah, for the
I-
DreamWorks show?
I just saw that foggy image
Yeah.
they had going on.
Foggy from
We'll
Daredevil.
see. I kind of yeah.
The bad joke train keeps on running.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, I'm kind of excited. Well, it's Voltron, so we'll just have to see.
Netflix too, man. Netflix is fucking narc.
Netflix is narking. They're narking on people.
Narctiflix.
Just creeping around.
Fucking
asking
narcs.
Weird questions. Like, man, you're making me feel uncomfortable.
Narc.
So we got a little bit of Batman, Superman news here. I don't know if this is good or not.
I don't know if it's good or not.
Yeah.
The
The
news
info.
just is.
The info comes from HitFix Drew McWeeny. How about that last name?
Weenie.
Almost spit my beer out.
On my, don't do that.
And he's talking about Batman, Superman, and he's saying that some of the people are getting a little bit worried about it. It's starting to scare some of the Warner executives. People are starting to see it, and it's not exactly the response that they're looking for when they see it. He does think Suicide Squad will be a hit and the Wonder Woman will be pretty good, but he's also thinking that they're going to try to push that Ben Affleck Batman movie up to take place of the Justice League film that would appear.
No, bad call. Bad choice.
Year.
Don't do it.
Well, they were saying that the response so far has been Ben Affleck's really good in it as Batman, and Gal Gadot's really good as Wonder Woman. Nothing was really said about Henry Cavill as Superman, which I don't know what to imply, but
it's already he's fine.
Yeah. They're saying that depending on how well Batman Superman does is going to determine if Justice League goes ahead like as scheduled, or if they're going to try to kind of fast track this Batman movie, depending on the response to the movie in general. Which I agree with a grain of salt.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm still definitely gonna go see it, probably opening weekend. And
I mean, this kind of harkens back to what we were talking about last week about the fucking higher ups not being in touch with their properties and
I think one thing
overshooting what their expectations, and like, this ain't gonna be Avengers. It's not.
Deadpool is one of the things, like the catalyst that I heard with this was Deadpool being an R movie and like the huge reception and like the record breaking sales that it got kind of made them start to kind of question, like, this movie is completely different tone. It's not, I guess, hitting some of the same milestones, I guess, marketing wise or anything that maybe Deadpool was hitting, and they started to get kind of worried about it. Why? I don't know, because just a few months ago they had said something about like it got a standing ovation at a screening with the Warner Brothers execs. So this goes like completely contrary to what they had said 2 months ago.
I'm still excited for it.
I am too. Yeah,
Especially after we got the final trailer and
Dude, that fight,
the
beginning.
Well, yeah,
God.
that.
It's like watching a live action Arkham Knight fight.
Right. But then I put the GIF up on our page of just that last scene, man, where Superman goes to punch and Batman blocks. And Superman's like, the fuck? And then the trailer goes off. And I'm like, yes.
Yep. I'm really, really excited for it now.
Yeah. The closer closer the day comes, I'm getting more and more excited. What else we got?
More movie stuff. Speaking about Deadpool, it set a box office record for an R-rated premiere.
Ever.
The highest grossing R-rated
opening ever. Yep.
Wow.
Period.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And
that's really awesome.
I mean, from our friends on like Facebook and saying, "Hey, you went and saw Deadpool." Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a really, really fun movie.
Yeah.
Better not bring your kids. I also have been seeing where people are like, yep, there's about 10-year-olds in this movie theater.
Holy shit.
Don't bring your damn kids to Deadpool. It's rated R for a reason.
Yeah, no matter how much they and if they're reading Deadpool comics, don't let them read Deadpool comics.
It's not meant for kids.
Would you let him listen to Brian Posehn, stand up, No, you wouldn't. The guy's talking about his nutsack all the time and shit and fucking, whatever.
It's like my kid's more mature than most others.
No, it's
He's still fucking 10. I don't care how old you think he is.
It's not that. It's just the I don't fuck whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever. I'm not gonna pay attention to anything they're intaking entertainment purposes wise. It's fine. But it's fine.
No. Of course,
if something comes out of it, it's the government's fault, not mine as a parent.
My parents did take me to see Air Force One whenever I was.
That's completely different.
The age of 17. Yeah, no.
Harrison Ford as president in a baller ass movie.
Harrison Ford.
If your parents take
not
an underage child to see Air Force One, you watch Air Force One.
Yeah, if it's not Ron Reynolds probably
Get off my plane.
talking about boners and stuff for 2 hours. There's a difference.
Yep, I agree.
More Batman stuff. Scott Snyder has confirmed that April's issue number 51 will be his last on the Batman
51.
comic. Yep.
Huh. I wonder why not just end it at 50. Do you have to wrap something up?
52 is whenever they're doing the rebirth stuff.
That makes sense.
52.
52 is basically DC's version of the number 3 to Christianity. Everything revolves around 52. But just because he's leaving Batman, he is going over to Detective.
I wonder.
I saw where he didn't confirm that. Somebody asked him about it on his Twitter page,
really?
and he's like, "Yeah, I hadn't said that yet."
Oh, Okay.
Maybe he's not.
So maybe that's like smokescreen. Maybe that's still like a deal. But he like on his page is like, yeah, I didn't. Because I think that he retweeted a post and something like, so does this mean you're moving on to detective? And he's like, yeah, that's not confirmed, or whatever he said.
Okay. Well,
he kind of half shot it down. He didn't say no, but
Well,
at the same time, he wasn't saying yeah.
They're definitely going to put him on something because whatever he writes now, people have been reading him for Batman for fucking 50 issues. They're just going to go right over to whatever else he's writing,
Even if he hadn't said anything, yes or no, he might have some kind of NDA with.
Right. Yeah.
You were like, hey, don't say what you're going until we do like the press releases of like the new creative teams on the Rebirth stuff, and after they announce anything about what Rebirth is.
I'd be interested to see how if he does go to detective, like how he writes it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how different it would be. You know what I mean? He's so good at writing horror books, and I felt like some parts of Batman were kind of horror-esque. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I wonder if he would go like to a more like crime-oriented sort of story,
More like
in
gritty,
detective
noir kind of stuff.
Yeah. It would have to be somewhat different, wouldn't you think?
I would think so, because I mean, they want to keep the books tonally different to some degree so that they don't cannibalize each other's sales.
Right, so you're saying that you're going to take over Detective Comics? I haven't said that. That's what his tweet said.
They're probably waiting for some sort of
that sounds like no comment.
Right, yeah. I mean, I wasn't saying that he shot it down completely.
We do not confirm nor deny rumors.
He's a fun follow on Twitter if you guys don't follow him.
Oh, I do. Yeah, I do follow him on
He and
Twitter.
Capullo.
Yeah.
I haven't followed
balls
Capullo.
out.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Oh man, Capullo is the fucking man.
He's like, but Snyder's always like taking his kids to, like Disney and stuff, and him and his son are big wrestling fans. So every time they go somewhere, they always like, I don't know. It's just he posts a lot of cool stuff. He's a nice guy.
Hey, so
Hey.
did we talk about
No.
Supergirl and Flash last week at all?
Yeah, I think we did.
We just mentioned it.
We mentioned that that's happening, right? Well, this week they came out with some set photos. And
Well, just that one, right?
yeah,
Of them.
It was pretty cool, though.
It's like Grant Gustin and whatever the hell her name is stand next to each other in costume, and I think he posted it on his Instagram, and the caption was more of the lines of, "These two suits look pretty cool together," and then that's it. So it's like, bam, that's real.
Something. So if you want a little bit more confirmation, go look that up. It was pretty cool.
But was it the last episode of Flash? Whenever they go to Earth 2,
Earth 2 Part 1, when they go through the speed cannon to Earth 2, you see a couple different glimpses of different Earths, and the first one you see is a clear shot of her flying.
Okay.
And then you see they showed what Jonathan Skeeches or whatever his name is, Jonah Hex.
Yeah, the first one was Archer.
Right, with a robot arm.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. The image, you can't really see it.
It's Oliver in some Earth.
Yeah, there's
Or would it
Supergirl
be-
right there.
Since Merlin has one hand, could it be Merlin?
That I don't know, because they haven't played out.
It could be. Well, I think they all might be different universes.
Yeah, they are.
So this could be. It could be his son. I read somewhere where it might be his Oliver's
Connor.
son. Yeah.
William.
Supergirl. You said there was Jonah Hex.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's
And then-
showing up
and
in
then,
Legends.
Look, this is super cool. There's what's his?
Oh yeah, original Flash.
the
Yeah.
original Flash
I forgot
from
about that
from
one.
The '90s
Well,
show.
dude, that pretty much 100% confirms the multiverse for at least the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool, man. Yeah,
I mean everything. I mean that's pretty much it's a multiverse.
So
We can do whatever the fuck we want now.
like we were talking about last week, I think the movie is going to somehow tie in some of this.
I hope it does
I think
so
the
much.
comic books, whenever they do this rebirth thing, is going to somehow tie in to everything
Honestly,
else.
especially with like
They should just go all in, man.
They should.
That's
All
the
in.
reason why I'm most excited about it, because it's like that's when we're gonna know
Yeah.
definitively like what they're doing with all their properties.
Exactly.
I'm super excited.
There was another Easter egg I didn't notice. You remember when they walk into Earth 2 into Barry and Iris's
Talking about the phone.
Yeah, I didn't notice it.
It's
at
pure
first.
Easter egg. I read all the stuff, but it was just a really cool, funny nod. He has like a dial thing on speed dials on his phone with different names.
Oh yeah.
And one's
Everyone got
mom and dad, but one is Eddie. So Eddie's still alive in Earth 2, and then
Bruce.
Hal, Bruce, and Diana.
That's God, that's so awesome.
Which
I know,
they already said
It's
it.
really cool.
As of right now, it totally means nothing. It was just a cool Easter egg they put in there.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of the best episodes they've done yet, though. I'm excited for part 2.
Oh, there's a pretty good shot of the Archer. It's definitely a Green Arrow because he's wearing a green suit, but he's a Green Arrow of some.
Okay.
Kind of looks like the comic book one that Jeff Lemire was writing. Yeah. Anyway, it's cool to speculate.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Cool stuff.
This show's awesome.
It is, dude.
Oh, speaking of good show,
Arrow's getting deeper in the shit, and Flash is just showing us some cool stuff before the shit goes down. So.
Well, the shit's getting ready to hit the fan, especially coming up on the end of the season. With there's talk about maybe a Battlestar Galactica movie
South
in development
Kakalaki
at Universal.
Yep, they've been talking for a while.
I don't know,
but I think it's been long enough to maybe.
Same universe as
yeah,
the
probably
TV
not.
Show, or just completely different.
It'd probably just be a movie, but still it'd be a Battlestar Galactica movie.
Yep.
So if they do it well, it'd be pretty good. I would assume.
Bring on Ronald D. Moore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
That would be
another reason why. God, bring him on for the new Star Trek show as a writer or consultant or something.
Oh, yeah.
Because he did a shitload of episodes for Next Gen.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize until I started watching. What is he, near the middle part or the beginning? Was he in the beginning?
I think
like
so.
first few seasons.
I believe
like
so.
I know that maybe when I started noticing his name was around the second or third season. I don't really remember, but I think I was watching Battlestar Galactica at the same time or something. I was like, shit, it was the same motherfucker.
That's why they're
man.
both awesome as shit.
Yeah.
Well, he got started on Next Gen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like
What season was Next Gen? Was it the very first season?
I think it had already been going on. I can't remember. I remember way back when like Battlestar was on. He had a really cool like behind the scenes stuff, and that's when he was talking about it.
He did do a lot of fucking episodes.
I have to go back and watch that fucking show at some point too.
Dude, you still got to go through Deep Space Nine
and
Voyager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
made it
Still
through
got a
Deep Space.
lot.
I haven't started that yet.
Trek in front of you.
I made it through Deep Space Nine. I hadn't even started Voyager yet. This has been years going on.
Because that's a lot of damn Star Trek.
I've been taking a little bit of a break from the trekking.
Oh, speaking of stars and outer space stuff, gravitational waves were confirmed. Like 100%. It wasn't a rumor, or we might have found them, or we found them and then, no, we didn't really find them. They fucking found them.
I know that's pretty huge. It proves Einstein's
theory of relativity. And I think that was like one of like the final linchpins, because since they couldn't find that, there were certain things and equations that they had that just didn't seem to add up.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they have this final like confirmation that this is real, they can start like piecing together a lot of the different parts that they had that weren't really going together.
I'm really interested to see like what happens because of this, and I don't know that I'll be alive to like see the repercussions of like, because there've been a few, like the Higgs boson, and like just in the past like 15-20 years, like big breakthroughs like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I know that one's probably the biggest. That one's huge. But I'm interested to see like what happens because of that.
Yeah, because it seems like right now it's just like, all right, we know this thing's here. Now it's going to take about another 5 decades to figure out what to do with this information and how to like apply it to anything.
Yeah, yeah. Like, are we going to get hoverboards out of that?
Gravitational waves, man.
Yeah, dude.
Just get 2 little black holes, start spinning against each other, and put them in a hoverboard, and just.
Is that a thing? Are they thinking about these things when they?
They better be thinking about fucking hoverboards.
They are.
Hell yeah!
I don't do things just to do them.
I don't put my feet on people's couch.
Yeah, I remember doing that.
Hey, I got something.
Hey.
Yeah.
You guys remember that blue hedgehog back in the day?
His name,
what was his name?
Speedy?
Sonic.
Fast?
So he's supposed
Speedy
to get
Gonzalez.
He's going to get a movie. And it's going to be part real life, part CG.
Yeah, I'd seen that, and the first thing that popped into my head whenever I read that was Sonic 2006, where he has like some kind of like emotional love affair with a human. That's weird. Really,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
They put that in a
from
game?
2006. The one that was like one of the worst games ever made.
I don't know. I haven't played a Sonic game since the Dreamcast one because I don't care about Sonic.
It's bad, and they did that, and that's like the first thing that I thought of.
Now, I mean, I played Sonic when it came out originally.
Yep.
On Sega, and we played the shit out of it like kids in my neighborhood. And then I didn't really play a Sonic game after that, but I did watch. There were like multiple versions of cartoons, Sonic cartoons. You guys remember all of the like Sonic cartoons? I watched one of them pretty religiously because it like came on before I went to school in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that cartoon was pretty awesome.
I just remember the theme song, man. He's the fastest thing alive. He can really move.
The first ones, and I believe that's the one that had Jaleel White doing the voice of Sonic.
Who's Jaleel White?
Urkel.
Oh, that might have been it. Yeah, that might have been the one.
I think that was it. The main one that was on while we were growing up, whenever we would be between 8 and 12.
Yeah.
I think that's the same one.
So that's my only ties to Sonic, but a live action and CG Sonic movie. I mean, what was the plot behind the cartoon? The robot guy was turning his kingdom into robots.
Robot that goes and kidnaps animals, turns them into robots. Got something with a death egg.
He's trying to find the Chaos Emeralds. Like there's so many of them. Like Dragon Balls, and like you get all of them, and you get all powerful.
Oh,
I don't remember.
No, I'll give it a watch. I like Sonic. I was a Sega kid growing up.
You were right about Jaleel White, by the way.
Nailed it.
Of course.
Well, of course. Why
would you doubt that?
I've
never been wrong about anything.
I know all things about Jaleel White.
I started the fan group, damn it. And did I do that?
Last time I saw him, he was in one of those super rad sci-fi monster movies, like something versus whatever.
Was he Stefan Urkel?
No, he was just like
that'd been cool. Same universe, man.
I gotta figure out which movie it is now.
Man, I even had the Urkel doll whenever I was little, the one with the pull string on the back.
Oh, really?
And you pull it back and it says, "No sweat, my pet." When did I do that?
I'm out of news, guys.
I have one last thing. Can't believe y'all didn't say anything about this earlier.
Talking about Harry Potter? It's not.
I know a lot of people were losing their shit about it. I'm kind of apprehensive.
Because it's not a book.
It's not a new book. It was like some script that she had written
for a play.
And it's being basically marketed as the 8th book in the Harry Potter series.
Initially, when I saw the announcement, I was like,
bullshit.
I was like, oh, that's just that fucking play. And then I sort of read it and was like, oh, she just turned that fucking play into a book?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever.
Gotta get that money.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it seems like, man. It just seems like you're just trying to cash in. Bitch, don't you have enough?
God. Take.
It was Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus.
Yes, that sounds amazing.
A megalodon battles with a crocosaurus, causing massive destruction. The U.S. Army has to try and destroy havoc, creating monsters. Starring Jaleel White.
Isn't a megalodon basically like a big crocodile to begin with?
A big shark.
Big shark.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Boy, ain't never wrong about nothing.
I was wrong about something. Broke my streak.
That was a 2-minute streak. Streak continues.
All right.
Harry Potter was the last thing.
Is the tank empty? Are we done?
I'm running on an empty.
I am running on empty.
Okay. Hey, I've been watching Young Justice.
Oh my god, it's the best, isn't it?
Why did you bring that up?
Do we want to hold on?
We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.